Well, good morning, everyone, team. Let's start the session for today. Meanwhile, others can join parallelly. Just a second, team. Let me share my screen. Okay. Well, good morning, everyone, team. Welcome back to the session. Let me start the session for today. Meanwhile, others can join parallelly. So in the last session, team, yesterday, we were talking about the continuation to our org or the enterprise structure in the Fusion system, team. So by yesterday, I completed this topic of org or the enterprise structure in the Fusion application team. So what I told you in core HR module, 70% of the configurations are these two only: organization structure and the workforce structures. Then what is what I explained you, team? Enterprise means what? Divisions means what? Legal entities means what? Business unit, departments, right? How to identify them whenever you are in the real-time projects, whenever you sit with the client and understanding your client's organizations, how they are operating currently, how to identify enterprise, divisions, legal entities, business units, departments. We understood team by this time. Then in yesterday's session, I have introduced to you these concepts also. While we configuring the legal entities in the system, I told you, we will be coming across the concepts of legal employer, PSU, LDG, right, team? These concepts we have in the system, I told you. So when I'm explaining you with some examples also, I have given team TCS and Tata, how PSU concept can be used for another legal entity. Then what is LDG concept? Okay, why we have that feature in the system? These all things we have seen, team. So by yesterday we completed with our org or the enterprise structure in the Fusion system, team. So next we are going to start that only in core HR module. So in order to define the enterprise, we have enterprise here, team. In order to define the divisions, we have the task team. In order to define the legal entity, we have the task team. Or in order to define the business unit, we have the task departments. Next, jobs, positions, grades, locations. In core HR module, we will define these things only, team. All our clients, organizations, and the work structures in the system, team. So that once we hand over the system to the client, they will hire the employees in all these data, team. Okay. For that, we are configuring this thing. So to start with, the very first concept in the core HR module, we have something called geographies in the system, team. But see, before we starting with this topic of geographies, team, I want to let you know we have one more configuration, or we have one more prerequisite that we have to do in the system, team. Means now we are about to start our configurations in core HR, team. The first module core HR I'm going to start from today. So the first configuration in core HR module that we will be working on will be geographies, team. Okay. Now before starting the configuration, team, what I told you, as soon as we got access to the client application, first we have to enable the offerings in the system. I told you, team, in the last week sessions, I told you, we have to come to the right side, settings and action, administration, setup and maintenance, right, team? Setup and maintenance. And here, if the offerings are coming, means they all are enabled, team. We have to go here and we have to enable, I told you. That is fine. As soon as we got access to the system, all our HCM related offerings we have to enable, so that all that functionalities, configurational things in that modules are enabling, team. Even this search scroller also, will be resulting the tasks based upon the offering that we keep in the scope to search them team, right? That is okay. Offerings part we have done. We have one more concept that Oracle given in the system team. That is, see, as part of Oracle suggesting methodology, Oracle unified methodology is what Oracle suggesting. Every client's implementation when we doing, these are the step-by-step activities we have to perform. First, get the access done. Second, enable the offerings. Third, Oracle given a concept called implementation project in the system team. If you come to the setup and maintenance team, in the right side taskbar, here we have a task called team manage implementation project. See here, we have something called manage implementation project. Oracle given a concept in the system called implementation project creation team. What is this implementation project team? See, in order to track the progress of the project activities, like what is the project scope, how many resources working in that project, and who is working on what configurations, what are the current statuses, how many configurations are not started, how many are in progress, how many are completed, right team? In order to track the progress of the project activities in the system, client can use this concept of implementation project. See, there are different project management tools available in the market team for tracking down all the projects. When I say projects team, it's not about only the IT application, our HCM implementation team. You take any projects in the market outside, construction of a building or construction of a dam or construction of a bridge or flyover, anything team, or a construction of an apartment. In any projects team, we usually call them, they are civil projects and these are IT projects. Everything is a project, right? For any projects team, in order to track the progress of the project, like what is the scope of it, by when it should complete, how many people are working, on what activities who are working, and what they completed, what they are in progress. To track that team, several project management tools available in the market. But within the Fusion system, Oracle given a simple small project management tool called implementation project team. See, this is very less used concepts in the real-time project. Many clients will ignore also this one, but as such, we have this in the system. I have to explain you because we don't know in the interview from where the question will come to you. Though it is not much used in the real time, if the interviewer asks you, you should be in a situation to answer that team. So, okay. So, manage implementation project is a concept that Oracle given team, something like in order to track the project activities in the system team. In order to track the project activities in the system team, we have something called implementation project. So when we are about to start our configurations team, okay. In order to start, whenever you are about to start our configurations team, any module you're about to start team, first you have to create the project in the system. As soon as you enable the offerings team, the next thing that you will do is come to the setup and maintenance, come to the right side taskbar and come to manage implementation project. Come to implementation project. Okay. Then here team, you have the scope to create the project. See, it's a demo environment, right? So many people will be creating teams. See, Tata implementation, Airtel implementation, Shiva implementation, SCM, many projects you could able to see. Because many people are practicing in this, they created that team. But in reality, whenever you're working in your client application team, it's you who will be defining this. When you come to implementation project, nothing you will find here team. What is that? Nothing you will find here team. Everything will be blank. It's you in the sense your team have to create team. So once after we come to implementation project team, click on plus icon and then you can create the implementation project here team. Enter basic information. So you can give the name. Let's say I'm giving our client name Tata HCM implementation project. Okay. Tata HCM implementation project. If finance also implementing team, finance people will create their project, supply chain people will create that. So we are HCM, so I'm giving the name like this team, Tata HCM implementation project. The moment you give the name, code will automatically take up team. That's a standard behavior in Fusion system for many of the business objects team. When you're defining the name, code concept will be there. That's a unique ID in the system database team. So the moment you give the name, code will automatically come up with bifurcating of underscore. If you want to change and if you want to give it numerically also, fine, you can give that. But by default, system will take up this like this team, underscore bifurcating 2 words. Name, code. Description, it's an expandable text box team. Anything about this project you want to write, you can write team. Or else optional, not mandatory. Make sure one thing team. While you working in the Fusion system, any field with star mark is there, that is mandatory. Without filling that, you cannot proceed further team. Rest of them optional, you give or not doesn't have any impact team. Then see team status currently not started because just now we are creating the project team. Assigned to, who is this team? HCM IMPL 13, myself. This is my user ID. See, usually team, this particular project creation in the real-time projects, project manager or the team lead will create team. Okay. So when they're creating it, by default, that will assign to their user team because they are the owners of the project. In our team, project manager will be there, team lead will be there. So usually those people will create this task in the system, implementation project creation team. So that will by default assign to them. But team at times we have to also create because every time project managers might not be technically sound team. They will just manage the things. They are not experts in the system. So we might be creating in that case. So when we creating, by default it assigned to us, but you can search and you can assign this project to our project manager team because all of us by this time have user accounts in a system. You can search with your manager user ID, select and you can give. If not, by default, it will assign to the user who creating this task team, right? Assigned it to. Then team start date. By default, today's date it will come, March 11th, 2025. So usually whenever we are in the projects team, there will be a start date. I mean to say, what is the timeline that we agreed between we and the client team. So that start date we can give. Let's assume March 1st, we are kickstarting the project team. That finish date you can give team, tentative date, anything that between we and client we agreed. Let's say December 22nd is the finish date. Tentative date, it's not mandatory. You can give that tentative agreed date team because when we are entering into the project, I mean to say we in the sense, when our company entering into the project with the client team, they will have that checkpoints, right? Start date and end date, when we are going to start the work and when we are going to hand over the system to them. So that details you can give here team, start date and end date, right? Then team, after providing this basic information, click on next button where you will land upon team, you will land upon select offerings to implement. Where you will land upon team, next button if I go, select offerings to implement page. So while we creating the project in the system, what are the offerings that we are implementing under this project? We have to enable team. See, landed upon where? Create implementation project, select offerings to implement, right team? So here, whatever offerings that we enabled in the system team, all our offerings will come. See, compensation management. Then if I scroll down, workforce deployment, workforce development, recruiting and candidate. So in this demo instance, we already know, right, team, all offerings enabled. Because when we come to setup and maintenance also, we can see all offerings coming in the list. It means they're already enabled. So here, team, when we creating the project, what are the offerings that we want to implement? You can select them. If you select that compensation management offering and include in the project team, if you expand it, all the modules, sub-modules, everything under that will come, team. Include, see, if you expand that. So include everything under that team. See, benefits, individual, total compensation. They are part of that offering team. These all are the functional areas or sub-modules in there. Okay. Then analytics area also, team, for reports purpose of that module to correctly come in the system. Okay. Then after compensation management team, what else we have, team? Our HCM related workforce deployment. Okay. Select them, include. So our HCM related offerings and their sub modules and functional areas we have to include here, team. Then workforce development offering also, team. Okay. Then workforce development also, team. Under that, whatever comes, goals, talent, performance modules, team. So all that modules related things also we have to enable. So whatever the offerings that we are going to implement in the system, whatever the modules that we agreed with the client as part of the project agreements team, that all module related offerings we have to select a team, right? Then click on save and open project. Now our implementation project creation will complete in the system team. Tata HCM implementation project will be created. Kumar, what is the use of this? Why you created this? Now I will tell you, team. Now I created the project with my offerings team. So when I enabled offerings in that project team, whatever the modules comes under that offering and whatever the tasks or the configurations comes under that modules, that all will be available here in the project team. So here, project manager can assign the tasks to their team members team. See, this is our project team, Tata HCM implementation project. Name, code assigned to, start date, end date, currently not started team. Here we have task list and task. Okay. And see, team, all our offerings what we enabled. Workforce deployment, development, compensation. So team, every module configuration. For example, I'm going to start with core HR. So I want to configure this concept of geographies team. I can come and I can search team. See, manage geographies. From here also, we can able to search team, manage geography. Don't worry. When you are searching, some of the task will result multiple times because team, this manage geographies task team available in all the other modules also team. So in other offerings also there, you can see the task path also where it resided in compensation management, in workforce development, workforce deployment. See their path also team. Under compensation, define common applications under define geography. See team, if I expand this offerings team here, under each offering, all the functional, sub-functional, under them the tasks are resided of that modules team. If I expand here, see, define common application configuration team. And if I expand this team, then define geographies for human capital management. These all are functional, sub-functional areas under that offering. Here I have all the tasks team. See, wherever you see the arrow coming, go to task arrow. They are the setups in that module team. See, I have this task manage geographies. I can go and configure that team. See, if I click on that, I can come to this configuration. The same task team, I even can find in the other offerings also. See, if not compensation management, under workforce deployment also, if I expand team, I have that define common applications. If I expand that, define geographies. If I expand that, I can see them team. See? So when you are in the implementation project, whenever you're searching for the task, don't worry. If it result thrice also, means few of the configurations are available in different modules team. Okay, geographies task is there in core HR, is there in payroll, is there in ORC, is there in absence, is there in talent, everywhere. So whenever you're searching with any of your tasks here, you can result accordingly, team. That's don't worry. You pick up anything, the configuration remains same. From anywhere you pick up, the configuration remains same. But the task will result multiple times. That is common in nature, team. So here, once after the project manager create the project in the system team, he can assign the tasks in the system. See, so currently the project is not started, and then team manager can go. He can expand any offering team. Under each offering, we have several functional areas. Under each several functional area, different tasks are there. So manager can select, define geographies. Under that, many tasks are there, team. Let's say, select that and go to assign task. So here, team, our project manager can come and can assign the tasks to our team members team. So click on plus icon. By this time, every one of us will have access in the system. Every one of us will have our user accounts. So let's say team, one of the user account in the system I'm using by name Curtis. Okay, I have one of the user account team, Curtis Fiati. Apply and done. Okay. And even manager can give the manager can give the due date also team, by when Curtis Fiati should complete all the setups in that. So assign same due date, and here you can give team. Okay. By March 25th, Curtis should complete. So you can assign the user and you can give the due date also for the tasks team. See now, when manager assign the tasks team, when I come here, see, I'm coming from starting. Let's say if the client side HR people come to the system team, they can come here and they can check out team. See here, if you come to setup and maintenance, the client side IT team or HR team want to monitor what is happening, what configurations is working by whom, what are their current statuses. They can come to implementation project. Okay, they will go to that project team, Tata HCM implementation project. They can check out team. If they expand and if they check out here, they can check who is working on what. If I expand this team, see all the setups, whatever I have in that particular sub-functional area, assigned to Curtis Fiati and due date by March 25th. And here team, their status currently not started. Once Curtis Fiati started working on this team, they can come, select edit status, and he will change from not started to in progress. So whatever he is currently working, he will change to in progress. Whatever he completed configuring, he will come and he will change to completed team. Whatever not started, he will keep it like that only, not started. So team, by looking at the status, our client side IT team or HR people, they can monitor, track their activities in the system team. I mean, there in the sense, our implementation team activities. So who is working on what configurations, what are their statuses, whether they are not started, in progress, completed. So when we start the project team, we will change it to in progress and we will start. Once all the things completed, we are handovering, we will change the status to completed. But here team, why I am telling this concept will be less used in the real time means Oracle not given strict validation for this project concept team. It means now as a project manager, I assigned these tasks to Curtis Fiati. It doesn't mean that in the system only Curtis Fiati can configure. No, anyone who have access to these setups can do that team. That validation is not there. It's just for information purpose. Is the authorized responsible person to complete these setups in the system team. That's all. But anyone from the team who have access can do that. And moreover, these statuses are also not automated. Let's say Curtis Fiati today completed this setup or this setup. Automatically status will not change. Curtis have to manually come and change it team. That is the main drawback we have in the system. So it's not full-fledgedly given topic in the system team. Everything manual intervention is there. That is the reason in real-time projects team, many of the clients will not take this as seriously. They even skip this concept and directly they will start their configurations from our setup and maintenance and they can do. But as such, Oracle suggesting use this implementation project for this purpose. So what is this concept? We should know. I have covered this team. So usually if you want the implementation project to create like this team, We have to create the project, enable the offerings, and the project manager can assign the tasks, okay? Assign the task to the team members team. So this is one of the basic project management tool in the system, which is mainly on the manual intervention only. Everything has to be manually done. Curtis Piatti once completed all the setups. He have to come and manually change the status team. So whenever the client side IT team come and they check team, the statuses, they can understand who is working on what is the due date, and what is the current status, how many setups they completed. But team, usually in real time, they can directly go to their tasks in the front end and they can check out team. What are the configurations done so far? And every day we have meetings with them, okay, physically or through Zoom or WebEx, whatever. They will get up to date. They don't need to track this. It's a manual interventional concept team. But we have this in the system. You can create like this team. So creating of implementation project and enabling the offerings is like this. From here also team, you can search any of the module related configurations. I introduced it to you several search areas in the last week team. So one of them is within the project also. We have one more purpose also team for having project in the system. When we working in the real time, in order to migrate the configurations from one environment to another environment, we have development, test, prod, like that. So from one environment to another environment, if you want to do the migration of configurations, that time also implementation project will be helpful team. You can download as a package team all configurations what you have done, and you can move to another environment. But that's a different story team. In our technical classes in the inbound integration, I will tell you that. But as of now, you have to understand what is implementation project, how to define that team. So this is one of the concept we have before we getting into the actual configurations team. Either clients will use or not. It's not that mandatory in the system. But as such, we have that concept in the sequential order. We have to see one by one. I'm explaining you. If it is an automated tool, everything is happening automatically, then clients might be interested to use this to track the activities team. But it's not automated. Probably in the upcoming release versions, we can expect, because many clients raised an enhancemental request to give that automation in the project creation team. That point of time, it's a question mark when Oracle will give. But as such, it's not an automated tool. It's a manual interventional tool team. Everything that concerned person should come and update the status. So if the client side people want to monitor the activities, they can come and they can monitor team, who is working on what, when they have to complete, what is the current status of them, like that. So that is about team implementation project creation team. So now we are good to start. Every prerequisite things that we have to be ready in the system, we have completed team. So now we are good to proceed with our configurations team. So we are going to start with our very first concept. Okay. We have to start, okay, the very first concept in the system team, that is geographies. In the core HR module, the very first concept that we are going to start will be geographies team. What are geographies? Why we have to create that in the system? Let me explain you first theoretically. First, every concept I will explain theoretically what is that, why we have that. Then I will configure it in the system team. Okay. So to start our core HR module team, these are the list of configurations we have. So as I told you, this is what you have to be following in every project implementation in the coming days also. Every configuration we arranged in the sequential order, the same pattern you have to follow. No doubt about that. Okay. So the very first configuration or the topic we have to discuss in core HR module will be geographies. What do you mean by geography team in the system? Let me come to another sheet. Okay. We have a concept called geographies team. What do you mean by geography? Any place or any piece of land with certain boundaries associated to it is called as geography. What do you mean by geography, team? Any piece of land or any place with certain boundaries associated to it is called as geography. For example, you take the country India. India as a country, it's a geography team. Okay. India as a country is a geography team. Under India, we have 29 states: Telangana, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu. Okay. Then Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh. Each and every state, we can call it as a geography. As a country, India is a geography. US is a geography. UK is a geography. Canada is a geography. Under each country, whatever the states we have, team, each and every state we can call it as a geography. Telangana is a geography as a state. Maharashtra is a geography as a state. Okay. Then within states, we will have districts in India. Each and every district, you can call it as a geography. In Telangana team, example, you take our state Telangana, we have Warangal, we have Hyderabad, we have Rangareddy, we have Medchal. Each and every district, we can call it as a geography. Then under districts, we have cities, towns, postal. So at every level, from top country to till the postal code team, every region, we can call it as a geography. Any piece of land with certain boundaries associated to it is called as geographies. Kumar, we are learning about HCM tool. It's a human capital management tool, HR related application. Why you are talking about geography? What is the relevance of this subject with our HCM? Geography is why we have to explain, why we have to learn. See team, in our Oracle HCM, in our core HR module, we have the concept called a locations team. That is one among our workforce structures actually. Locations. Locations means what you know, team? Our client office addresses. Let's say our client enterprise Tata Group. So when we defining that team, we have to define the address of that, where it is located, Tata Group. Or our client have the divisions team, Tata Asia, US, where they located, where their office is located. Or in India, my client have 4 legal entities, Tata Automobiles, TCS, where they located, where the office is. Locations are nothing but team, our client's organization addresses, where the office buildings are there, from where our client operating, where employees will come, sit and do their work, that are called as locations team. We have a concept, locations, nothing but for every organization, when we defining, we have to capture the location details team, nothing but address details team. So we will be creating all our clients' organization addresses team. For that matter, I have a task here, team, locations. Why geographies are required means I'm telling you, I have locations team, right? If I come to setup and maintenance team, if I come to setup and maintenance team here, so I told you, right, any configuration, either you can search from setup and maintenance here, or you can search here, or you can search here, anywhere up to your convenience team. I'm coming here, keeping workforce deployment. Our module is core HR now. So you have to keep that offering team. And let me search here. See, manage locations. So when I go here, team, and when I'm trying to create the locations here, see, manage locations, I have that task. For all my clients, organizations team, addresses, I have to be defining here team. Locations, I have to come, click on create, and I can define the addresses team. For all of these things, we have to be ready with that locations team. Like when we defining the enterprise, we have to tag the location. Divisions, we have to tag legal entities, BU, department. So team, I can come to create location and I can define. See team, when I'm trying to create the location here team, okay. So here address details are there team, where it is actually located. For example, we are trying to create location for our enterprise team. So Tata Group location I'm creating team. The address I'm configuring, let's say. Okay. So here team, I have all these attributes coming. See, United States is there. Let's say if I select United States team, zip code, state, city, county. So when I come here team, when I search in the drop down for United States team, what is this team? Geography. If you give a blank search, all zip codes in that country, see 6408. This is in Jackson MO. Then we have Auckland. Then we have Colonial Heights. See team, Petersburg. Then we have Los Angeles, St. James team, 7008. From where this all coming team? Now I clicked on the drop down here. Now I'm creating our client locations team, office addresses. So when I click on the drop down, from where these all are coming, or next when I go to state, okay, when I give a search, from where these all are coming, Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, huh? From where these all are coming? These are geographies. It means already in the system that US country geographical data available team. See, geographies. So for that matter team, we have to be first configuring the geographies in the system. So whenever we defining the locations team, whatever the country that our client have presence, we will define all their office locations team. When they're configuring, we require all these country respective data to use team. Not only here team, whenever we hiring the employee in the Fusion system, whenever we hiring in core HR module team as a HR want to hire an employee. Whenever HR hiring the employee address details we will capture. There also country, state, district, postal, all these country respective data I should require team, right? So in the locations concept and while we hiring the employees at the employee address level team, it means what team in the system country specific geographical data should be available already. Then only when we go to the locations or addresses in the drop down, that country respective data we can able to check out team. So that is the matter. We should require the country respective geographical data in the system to be configured. So when we go for the project implementation team, analyze first of all in what all countries that our client having their operations. In my current example, my client Tata Group having presence in India, US, UK, Saudi, Australia, 5 countries. So all these 5 countries geographical data we have to define in the system team. So that when I go and create the locations, when I go and I create the addresses of the employees in that areas, all that country respective data in the drop down will be available team, right? So when we are in the real-time projects, we have to finalize like this. In what are all countries our client have their presence, that all country geographical data we have to create. Kumar, how you will define geographical data? See team, there are multiple ways to deal with this. Okay. So one is team importing the geographies into the system. One is manually creating the geographies. And the other one is FBDI process team. We have like HDL spreadsheet data loaders in HCM, how we have team. We have FBDI in financial, supply chain and CRM products. By using that we can do. And moreover team, this geographies task is not alone HCM product related configuration team. Because whenever our client buying the license from Oracle, along with HCM, they also subscribed for financials and supply chain team. Manage geographies configuration, either we will handle or finance or supply chain people also can handle, because they also require in their products team. They will create different addresses for their godowns, their invoices, stock keeping agents, many things are their team. That's not related to us. But this particular setup is not core HCM related team. Finance or supply chain people also have this concept. So in real-time projects team, either we will do or they will do. Between we and them, we will discuss and we will proceed further team. Okay. So how to configure the geographies means we have several ways team. First simplest way will be importing the geographies into the system. Means what team? Basically team, Oracle partnered, okay, with multiple geodata service providing companies team. We have the companies like Vertex, GB Locate, Nokia. These are the geodata service providing companies in the market team. Okay, Vertex, GB Locate, Nokia. These are the different geo sensing companies in the market team. They work on statistics, they work on researches, they work on weather forecastings and all team. These are those companies team basically. So Oracle partnered with these companies team to get the country respective geographical data files team. Okay. Particularly if you take US team, Oracle partnered with Vertex. For India and all, Oracle partnered with Nokia team. So for different countries, data, Oracle partnered with these three companies team. So these three companies will provide all the countries' files to Oracle team, and Oracle embed them in the system database. So what we have to do as an implementation consultant team, we have to import that geographies into the system. How you know? We have a task available team, manage geographies. Come to the system. You can search with that task team, manage geographies. Okay. See, I am comfortable with setup and maintenance search area. I'm doing here. If you want, you can search your task from here up to you team. Okay. Come to manage geographies team. Then you search with your country. Let's say I'm searching with my country, India. Countries by default Oracle delivered team, all countries. Search with India team, it will come. Or United States or Australia, you can search team. See, as it is a demo instance, already the data migrated team. But when we go for the first time implementation, when you come to manage geographies, when you search your country, select your country, come to actions button team. In the actions button, at the bottom, we have something called import geography data. Currently, I can see that is disabled to me because this already done in this demo instance for the country India team. But for the first time, when you come to manage geographies, when you search your country, when you click on actions button, this will be also like this in the editable mode team. We have import geography data. So this is the main approach that we will follow every time team for uploading the geographies team. Importing the geographies. Already Oracle partnered with these companies and they will provide the country respective geographical files to Oracle team. So Oracle will place them in the backend database tables. We as an implementation consultant, we should come to manage geographies, search our client country, select actions, click on import geographic data team so that country respective data will import into the system. That is what we will do in every project implementation in the real-time team. That is what we do in every project implementation, importing the geographies into the system. In a timely way, if any changes happening as a country-wide, some restructural things happening team, some new states were bifurcated. On a timely way, these files were updated by Oracle in the system. We don't need to be taking care of anything, that Oracle will take care team. In the first time in the implementation team, we have to import that geographical data team. That is the best part. If not team, manually also you can do. Manually you will not have the chance to do every time. See, for example, team, we imported the geographies team. Now, let's say today or tomorrow, let's assume some structural changes happen as per the US government rules or the Indian government rules, some new state introduced team, bifurcated, or let's say team, some new cities introduced. Usually team, Oracle will upgrade accordingly. Whenever the changes happen, either we request Oracle service request team and they will update that patch, or else they will only do as part of our quarterly upgradation. Usually every month or every 3 months when quarterly upgrade happen, they will take care of all those changes team. But if you want to do it instantly, the changes happen across the country, some new things came team. You don't want to wait for the Oracle to upgrade that. You want to do it. Then manually you can go and you can update the geographies team in the system. So when you're talking about geographies for any country, we have two concepts team: geographical structure and geographical hierarchy for any country. You take geographical structure first of all. Every country will have its own structure team. See, compare between India and US. In India, left hand side, right side is US. Please observe here team. Okay. Okay. Here in India, we have at the top country team. Under country, we have states. Under states, we have districts. Under districts, we have cities or towns. Under cities or towns, we have mandals, villages, then panchayats, zip codes, villages, postal code, like that team. In India, the structure, if you see, from the top country to till the postal code team, that is what the structure. Country, under country, all 29 states, under each state, all districts, under each districts, all cities, towns, mandals, panchayats, villages, and postal code. If you take United States team, they have country. Under that, they also have states. 50 states they have team, or whatever, 50 or 51, whatever it is. Okay. Then under states, they have counties. Under in India, we have districts. They will call as counties. Under counties, they have cities, towns, then villages, zip codes, they have team. So country to country, the geographical structure will change. If you go to China, they have clusters team in the place of districts, how we have, and how US have counties, they have clusters. Or if you go to Middle East countries, they have territories, they call team under states. Country to country, geographical structure will be their team. And we have geographical hierarchy, means at every structure level, country, India, then states, all 29 states, then districts, all districts in each state. Hierarchy means that one team. So for every country, geographical structure, and at each structure level, the data team. Hierarchy we have in the system. So when it comes to the importing, as it is a demo instance, already the file imported team, it's become disabled here. But when you are working for the first time in the real-time implementation team, this will come with a editable mode. But here, already for the country India, the data imported team, or if I go to United States also team, or if I go to UK team, any country you search, okay, like search with United States. I won't have that option as of now in this instance team because they're already imported team. See, they got disabled. But for the first time, you will have that option team. You have to do accordingly. Now, manually, if you want to do any updations in the system, as I told, situational requirements, any structural changes happen as per the government team. So you have to do that in the system. So as an implementation consultant team, you can come, you can search any of your country, India, UK, US, up to you team, select it, come to actions button. Then we have team, geographic structure and hierarchy. If you go to geographic structure team, that country structure you can see team. See, country will be at the top, under that state, then county, city, postal code, like that team. You can create custom types also, but usually not required team. Okay. When you migrate it, I mean, when you import it, by default, the structure and that hierarchy will come. See, if I come to United States, after structure, if I go to hierarchy, at each of that structure, the data will be there. See, country, United States. Then I have all the states under that. Then if I expand my states, all 50 states team, see under country, United States, AK, Alaska, everything team. Then if I expand my state, all my counties under that, see, Border, okay, Blount, Bullock, Butler, see. And if I expand county, under that I can see cities, under that I can see postal codes. See team, like this for every country, we have the geographical data to define. For that matter to do, what you have to do? You have to import that geographies. Files are placed by Oracle in the system for every country. For maximum countries team, you have to just evoke this import process. But as of now, that how to do, we have a limitation in the demo instances because already they were done team. So usually come to geographies, search your countries, select that, click on actions button and you click on import geographic data. So team, the file will import into the system. After importing, you go to your country, go to actions button and check out team. The structure and hierarchy you can check out. So for UK, if I come team, they have state, county, local admin, town, zip, postal team. Then if I come to hierarchy team for that, okay, for UK, if I come to hierarchy, the data at that level you can see team. See now, United Kingdom, then I'm coming to geographic hierarchy. See, this is the country team. Then I have, in UK, we have only these 5 states, Channel Islands, England, Northern Ireland. Then under these states, whatever the counties we have, Bedfordshire, Bristol, Buckingham, if I expand that, all the local admins, then the villages, towns, then the postal codes at each level team. So for every country, this geographical file importing we have to see team. Okay. Okay. So team, this is what the first activity in the system we have to do. So where Oracle placing the files, that all we cannot be able to see from the front end team. In the back end tables it will do. So we have to just run this process team, import geographies of that country. Then the data will import team. So manually, if you want to update anything team, you can select, let's say United States, you go to actions team, and then team, you go to hierarchy. Hierarchy means all the data of that country of all the levels you can see. County, country, states, and now you want to add new state team. Let's assume. Select that country row. Click on plus icon and then team. Okay. And then team, you can add that team. Let's assume I'm giving some test state I'm giving as of now. Test state something I'm giving. Then these things you don't need to touch. Click on save and close team. Now see here team. In US, we can see that test state created team. Under this country, you can able to check out that somewhere. Where is that? See, state you define team. Then under state, next you have counties under that. Select that state row team. Okay. Then click on plus icon. Next hierarchy is what team? Counties we have. So let's say I have something defining test county and we will like that team. Save and close. Manually, if you want to do, you can select that. See, this is state. Then if I expand team, under that next level counties will come. More counties means again add state, select state and add more counties. Then under counties you want next cities. Select here whatever the cities, towns comes under that. As part of the geographic structure, the sequence will take up team. So manually, if you want to do after importing the country's data, manually as a HR admin, if you want to do team, you can select, you can add, delete, edit, whatever you want, you can do team. So when you go to locations, when you go to addresses, when you defining in the drop down, these data you are seeing team. In the state drop down field, all these states you are seeing there. In the city drop down field, whatever cities in that will say. All in the counties drop down field, all counties of this country we have, it will show team. So this is one-time activity usually team in the initial implementation time. So geography's concept is that one. In whatever the countries that our client have the presence team, all that countries geographical data we have to import into the system team. Manual updations if you want, as I told you, you can go and you can manually delete, add whatever you imported also in the system team. That is also doable from here. If you go to the country geographical hierarchy, you can do manually whatever you want team. FBDI process team usually for few of the countries team, Oracle might not provide the direct files team. In that case, file-based data import we have to be doing. But usually this is very rare situation team. where Oracle not having much presence in those countries, very limited customers are there. If you have that, then it will be used by FBDL. We are not seeing that because FBDL is not part of HCM alone. Finance or supply chain people will handle this team. But we will be working on geographies with these areas team, importing and manually team. See, for all countries, we have the same approach team. Come to manage geographies, search the country, then come to select the country actions button and come to import geography. But for couple of countries team, we have a different approach. Something like United States, Canada, and Mexico. For these countries, Oracle exclusively given separate process because team in US, in these countries team, frequent changes will be there compared to other parts of the country's team. In these countries, many frequent changes in their geographical structures, everything happens team. So what Oracle did team, exclusively for these countries, Oracle will get the files from Vertex. It's a US based company. From this, Oracle will get that file stream, the country's data file. For these three countries, Oracle given a separate approach. Remaining all countries, just you go click on import button there. The files will import team. But for these three countries, we have to do like this. Come to workforce deployment and search with the load geographies team. See, load geographies for US, load geographies for Canada, load geographies for Mexico. For these three American countries team, we have a separate process that Oracle given. For these countries, you have to just come to load geographies for US. Here also nothing, we doing anything. Just we are running the process, that's all. Files are already placed by Oracle in the backend tables team, in the database team. Just to come, load US geographical data, okay? Then select the cursor here team, the first row. Then here, parameters you have to give, data source, Vertex, okay? File location, name, these all things you don't need to touch anything team. File name is by default, oramast.txt team. I mean the Vertex file format will be in this, that will be in the backend tables team. Location also you don't need to manually give anything, leave it blank. Just the data source we have to give Vertex and you have to click on submit team. Click on continue. Okay, the process will submit team. The process will submit team. For Canada and for Mexico also, we have to follow that. But already team in demo instances, all countries data available. So, but when you go for the real-time project implementations team, you people have to do these activities. But in demo instances, already we have prior batch people working on, they have already done that. Or sometimes Oracle itself in training environments, by default, they will enable all geographies and they will give. But in real-time projects, when you are working, geographies, first be clear in what all countries that your client having presence. All that countries data we have to import into the system team. Go to manage geographies, search the country, come to actions button and import the geographies into the system team. Manually, if you want to override, you want to add more, delete anything, always you have the option team. Select the country, come to geographic hierarchy, all that country's data we can see, every level, country, state, cities, towns, you can do whatever you want, manual overriding their team. So this is about team, the concept of geographies in the system. Okay, geographies in the system. Without this team, if you proceed, when you come to locations team, you can't create any locations. In the drop down, you won't find any data. How we will define that? So that is why team, usually checking of geographies will be the first thing in core HR module we will do. But again, a question mark here is either you will take care of this responsibility or finance people will take care or supply chain people will take care. It's among us, we have to discuss and we have to proceed further team. Either we do or they will also do because they also require this particular geographical data team because in their product areas, they have their locations, warehouses for those addresses they have to create. So this is a shareable concept between every one of us team in the cross-functional teams. But this is the concept of geographies in the system. Okay. The very first configuration is this one, team. So in tomorrow's session, team, I will start with our establish enterprise structure, where enterprise to business units, all our clients organizations at one shot we can create in the system with this task, team. So I'll continue it in tomorrow's session. So any questions as such in today's topic, online people?
Hi Kumar, good morning. This is Prashant.
Question. Hello.
Hi Kumar, good morning. This is Prashant.
Good morning. Good morning.
So, Mr. Kumar, actually, I was trying to do the assignment what you have given, right?
Mhm.
So in that, when I'm trying to go into the user roles, and there is a question wherein user access control we need to configure. In this demo instance, I'm not able to find that user access control.
Right,
I
in the
think question.
demos only we have the access, no security console. Under tools, we have this, no ETIT, demo instance means at the end,
Yeah.
demos.com. Yeah, HCM.lab is given to you. You have security console here.
Yeah, security console is there, but you asked us to. One of the questions is like go into the user category and change the user access control, right? Because this password rules and all we have to set up.
Correct.
Uh,
We can do that. No, here user category we have. So default one, if you want to correct, you can edit and you can correct. Or if you want to create new category, you can do that. This is editable only. You can do this. You have this access, no?
yeah,
Task.
I'm talking about one specific question wherein we have to kind of limit it. HR can't do certain deletion rules and all, right?
This one, resetting the password, HR. Okay, okay. Share me that exact question so that I can help you out. No problem. Okay.
Kumar,
Yes, please.
uh, actually, I am not able to access that Triotech site actually. So,
See, some of you trying out from here. Even yesterday, I think person by name Ga. One person is there. Who is that? Okay.
I am only, I think, Sheikh.
You only reached us. Some
Yeah.
people trying with e-learn login. Don't do this.
Yeah.
You have live
Okay.
classes login. This is what your login is. From here you
Mm-hmm.
have to log in. E-learn is a separate program. Only video program who enrolled for that, they will log in from here. But for you, you are enrolled with live classes. Every day you're attending the live sessions. So you have to log in from here, pass your password and sign in. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let me go to the questions in the chat board, team, quickly. Just give me 2 minutes. Then when you don't have any, like we have as an implementation task, Bharat, I think that question answered to you. Sanjay, status field in the screen, Tata implementation project is blue. What does it indicate? I think these questions you asked us before by completing that topic. I hope you understood that, Sanjay, now. What is that status option is? Then Venkatesh, do we use agile process in Oracle Fusion, creating stories in Jira of their work? See, Jira is a separate concept. It's a ticketing tool that which will be used in the organizations for tracking down the issues and all. But this is not that big as Jira. It's a very basic, normal project management tool given in the system. So usually we follow for implementation Oracle Unified Methodology, something which we will be seeing in the implementation class, step by step. Like if you have to kickstart the project with the client, from starting the meet and greet, okay, wishing the, I mean, having interaction with the client till go live. What are the different phases that we follow? Kickoff meeting, as is study, to be study, CRP1, CRP2, solution designing. We have a phase actually. So that we call it as Oracle Unified Methodology. Okay. That is what in our implementation workshop I will tell you. Then Bhaskar, you may answer by end of the session. Okay, if the client doesn't want to use or ignore this task manage implementation project, how the client start with. See, Bhaskar, that's what. Today I started my setup. Did I went through my implementation project? No. Directly I went to setup and maintenance. I am searching from here. I can configure the things from here also, right? It is not that mandatory to go here and search. I can search directly from here and I can even configure the setups. So it's not really that mandatory in the system. And if you assign any task to a user, For example, cut is fiat in the implementation project, that user will get, nothing will get. That is what the drawback here is. It is just purely information purpose only this tool is. No notification the user will get. And can we use data loaders for creating locations? Manam, everything, not about location, divisions, legal entity, business units, everything you can create first of all manually, or else through spreadsheet or HEDL we can do. Then again, Bhaskar, an implementation project, if you search for a task appearing multiple times, do you have configured task? No. That's what, when I search with manage geographies, 3 times the task resulted. It doesn't mean that separately you have to configure. Any task you pick up, the configuration remains one and it is same in the system. And how to maintain building level or office level locations. That is again, Manan, within the locations only you can give the names like that. Whatever the naming convention you can give, main office or site office, local office, like that. But we don't have any hierarchy within locations to define sub-classification. The naming convention only you have to give to make it understand what is that main office location or sub office, like that. And how often does Oracle update the data important? As I told Arvind, usually it will take up the quarterly upgrades every 3 months. Between
So
that, if you
Kumar,
want to manually, you can able to do that for time being, or you can raise the service request, Oracle will do.
One more follow-up question to this.
Yes, Arvind.
So let's say we are creating a postal code which does not exist in Oracle through managed geographies, and in the next update, let's say during the Oracle update, that particular postal code is also sent
Will
by
refresh.
Vertex. Does
will
it have a
remove.
duplication?
Yeah, it will remove, so that we have to take the backup before that update.
Okay. Okay.
But
Thank you.
usually you don't have that situation, because 99.9% up-to-date data Oracle will import. These are not you and I decide. Country, correct? As per the government required things, these all are. So 99.9% we don't get into that situation. But still, your question is valid. If they applied a patch, they have refreshed it. Obviously, your manual overriding will delete it. We have to do it again.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Yeah, and Peri Bhavanam, creation of custom states, country, etc., which is not does these fail in external vendor integration. Obviously, it will vary. So you have to connect this also. You have to pull up these attributes separately, and you have to use it in any integrations if you're using that. And where can we see status of the load geographies request submitted? See, basically, Amar, if you want to check out, you can check out from here. You have something called tools, and then you have something called scheduled processes. Every process in the system, you can able to check out here in the scheduled process. So you can search your process name and you can check out. See, this is the one which I ran, load file. But in demos, that is quite common because already they were loaded. That is why the file errored out. That what we submitted in the front end, you can check out from here, from the transaction scheduled process work area. And again, Arun Prakash, Vertex data will be provided by client. Basically, for these 3 countries, Oracle using. For other countries, Oracle using that GB Locate and Nokia. For India, for Japan, for these countries, they are using other vendors. Only Vertex they are using primarily for these 3 countries. And load geographies, Rishikesh, as I told, only for these 3 countries, US, Mexico, and Canada. We have separate approach, not directly importing from the country level. You have to run separate process for that, I told you. And once we submitted load geographies, you process exit from, okay, that Bhaskar I think answered. And then are we covering benefits? Benefits, we are not covering Deepika as part of this. And Anita, I'm unable to log in with my username Triotech. Anita, once follow the steps that what we have told you, right? You are trying with e-learn or you are trying with live classes. Once you have to check. Sanjay, cleared, sir. Okay. Bhaskar, I got it. Okay, thank you. Can an employee belong to multiple geographies, such as if they work? See, obviously that is common, Shital. That is different. At the employee assignment level, we will assign. If employee working in multiple locations means. But here, to create that locations, we require the prerequisite, the country respective data that we are creating in the system. Okay. Then please share Excel sheet. I will share like and Prashant suggests the change password policy and security. Now, password policy you have here, no, Prashant. Tool security console, and in the user category level, you have this. See, if you come to user category, if you come to default, okay, and you have password policy, you can come and you can change here whatever you want to change, from simple, complex, very complex. And suppose address of any BU, suppose change that in that case. Yes, we can use that, update to any BU. Address of any BU we can change at any point of time. That's not an issue. How the user account rules and validations can be maintained as per the client requirement. And that's what you have to give the answer, that in the user category concept, we have to maintain the user account rules and settings. And password should have lowercase, uppercase, disallow last password, expiry, that 60 days or 90 days, everything we are setting up from here. You have to have this functionality in mind to answer that question. Thanks, Kumar. We'll try to resolve. Now understand. Okay, fine. Fusion Data Intelligence. See, Fusion Data Intelligence is, I don't know, but we will be covering BI Publisher, OTBI reports, these things, but they are part of our business intelligence only. But you are referring to business intelligence or different, I don't know. But we usually cover our BI reports, OTBI reports, that is part of Fusion Business Intelligence. They are the reports that we can extract to cover. Okay. Let's conclude here, team. I'll wind up for today. Let's join back tomorrow and we'll continue. Thank you, everyone, team. I think, Mito, you are in the wrong meeting. Your session completed already, 7 to 8. Okay. Thank you, everyone, team. Let's join back tomorrow.